Yes, people. The North London derby was more than satisfactory. Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. We are back again. We are going to review this amazing, this beautiful 2-0 victory versus the Tottenham of Hotspurs. We're going to look into the transfer market. We are going to delve and ask ourselves a couple of questions. Are Arsenal now done for this window? Was the Mikhailo Mudryk, in fact, the smoke screen of the Felix deal? And vice versa, which Arsenal did come up with nothing. Shouts out to Edin Ketia today and his goals. All right, he didn't need to score. We had the talent, we had the goals in abundance. Shouts out to Odegaard. Shouts out to Bakarai Saka, the star boy, as usual. Yeah, let's react to this 2-0 win at Tottenham. Man United done Man City yesterday. We'll have a quick couple of minutes on that. And then there's a bit of an exclusive to go into. I believe the talks have already started. Harry Kane to Tottenham. Now, Lundberg and me were talking about this. This guy is 29, never won a cup in his career, unless you count the Aldi Cup. Is it Aldi? I don't know, something like that. Aldi Cup. Worthless. I don't know. It doesn't count, does it? So, yeah, this guy's never won a trophy in his career, and he's 29. He's broken all kinds of goals, records, scoring goals. And it's kind of unfair that he's going to obviously never win nothing internationally, because England had a lot of bollocks on the Southgate as well. But he's never going to hit them levels as a club team. Now, Man United and Eric Ten Hag are looking like an interesting proposition. They've took Vaghorst, the Burnley great, the Besiktas loanee, until the end of the season. Now I understand why. Mikel Arteta said something about having discipline in this transfer window. Man United are holding strong. They're showing the kind of discipline I think Arteta was talking about, the kind of discipline that probably makes you not overspend on players, even though it's not similar, because Man United obviously do have ambition and they do want to win things. But Man United are clearly, in this instance, going to wait for their targets. Their number one and their primary target is an actual out-and-out goal scorer, someone who can create, someone who's in the peak of their powers. It ain't going to be cheap, but mark my words, Man United will get this over the line, and Harry Kane will get a move to Manchester. It might not have been the blue half, but he will get that move to Manchester. UE, what's going on? I trust in you and Hans' views on players, bro. Always. Now, before I get into the transfer rumours and all the politicals of the day, allegedly, just before I've come on this stream, I'm reading quite a lot that Trossard has actually been offered to Arsenal. Anything I can tell you on this is a unnamed, yep, very convenient, an unnamed European team come way short. Now, apparently this offer was between 8 and 9 to 10 million pounds. Tottenham are in the wings waiting. Tottenham don't know what to do either, as they like the player, they admire the player. They don't want to overspend on a player who's going to be free in 5 months' time. The problem is for Brighton have got this situation now. McAllister, thankfully for them, for some reason, he signed a contract just before he went to the World Cup. Deep down, I feel he wished he'd never done that. He would be in a similar position now to Trossard. And players like Moise Caicedo, man, they look like they want out of Brighton as well. And it's a shame, because Brighton are a decent club and they're doing okay. They were all right on the Potter. The Zegbre's come in, Zegbri, whatever you call him. And well, they smashed Liverpool yesterday 3-0, and it was pretty much light work. Shouts out to the winger. I'm going to call him the Oriental one. Mitona. That's Hank Uni's guy. And guess what? Arsenal have been linked, not with Trossard. Well, we have been linked with Trossard today, but Arsenal are linked with the very talented left winger at Brighton, Mitoma. This guy's probably got about 36 years left on his deal, so Brighton ain't going to be mugged off for players that they don't need to be mugged off on. Caicedo's got a reasonably long contract, but he's already making noises that he's always admired Liverpool since he was a child, all that kind of talk. Kind of like Mikhailo Mudryk, like he wants to go Arsenal. Apart from that, guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I am going to jump in too, because there is loads of Premier League transfer speculation. Party volley was crazy. Bruvs, the post, remember that holding spinning last year? The post is still giving it. Oh yeah, the Tottenham fan that wanted to kick Ramsdale, he's already banging trouble, bruvs. He's banned from Tottenham. There has been an assault charge laid on his head. And he's going to be arrested by the morning. He's going to be shifted by the morning. He's going to be shifted by the... Now, I've been tempted to do something just as done many times. Give someone a quick wallop behind the fucking thing. The boardings. Because when you jump over that line, you're in a lot deeper trouble. See, this guy's going to use the technical as he was reaching over to him and all sorts. He didn't cross that line. He didn't jump over. Could be because the steward pushed him back in, but I still find it quite funny. Hold on. I want Leo. Leo's at AC Milan. Sorry, we're talking about Leo, yeah? Raphael. He's at AC Milan, but I know obviously you know your ball. Or in Cuckoo. That deal went down yet to Chelsea. Most definitely. No way. I was saying this today as well. It's gone quiet. So Chelsea did lodge an offer for this guy. But RB weren't really phased. Chelsea weren't over trying to do it because the guy's got sorry, let me start again. Christopher Nkunku has got it written into his contract that he can leave RB at the end of the season for £48 million. So Chelsea will obviously wrap up that £48 million deal. I'm more than convinced. Look at the way they're wrapping up everything else. But if someone at the end of this window did come up with maybe something like 60 million, I reckon RB would probably let him go now at £12 million more profit. And really and truly, they're not winning the league where they're at, are they? Oh, yes, and we know. Rafael Leo. There's a problem, bros. There's a problem. We decided that and it was about, I was always right. Sorry, guys. Yes, Hunt Yumi, I was always right. If you listen to Sky very carefully today, they're reporting that Mikhailo Mudryk has joined Chelsea for 17 million euros. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but I reckon that is not far away from the 63 million English pounds sterling that I said he would leave for. To his add-ons, which could be up to 30 million euros. Yes, I hear that. Chelsea have to win the Champions League for that. Chelsea have to win the Premier League a couple of times consecutively. Chelsea have to do a lot of bullshit for Shakhtar to receive this 30 million. So the other 30 million will be a huge bonus to Shakhtar. But the deal is 70 million euros. Straight up cash, money, job done. And if Chelsea ball it and smash it over the next 5 years, or in this case, 8.5 years, I did put on the group last night, my apologies, it was a 7.5-year deal he signed, similar to the Monaco centre-back Badiashile, but no, it was an 8.5-year deal. Obviously, he's a young, hungry talent. Again, just to answer Yui's question on this guy here, Rafael Leo, absolutely no chance. That will exceed £100 million. There is another piece of news, can't you me? 8 points, fucking clear. Just on regards to transfers, Rafinha has popped up yet again. The word from Spain is, yes, they want to hold him to the summer. But if Arsenal did want him, the price tag is quite clear and it won't change. Pretty similar to Shakhtar. It's 100 million euros. Come and get Rafinha if you want him. So I reckon, what's that? 92 million English pounds. Thomas Lemar money. Do you think Arsenal want to spend Thomas Lemar money? Thomas Lemar money, you know. Do you think Arsenal want to spend 90 million pounds on Rafinha? So Arsenal fans, I'm afraid to say I'm going to shut that one down for you right now. Arsenal couldn't compete with Chelsea for Mikhailo Mudryk, so we will not compete for Rafael Leao, and we will not compete for Rafinha. Barcelona are pretty calm. They're in a title race. They've just won the cup tonight. They're happy. They're top of the league. They're not in a position where they madly need to sell. But if Arsenal did want to pounce for 100 million euros, they believe they've got enough in their squad that can run with them to the end of the season. And having 100 million euros in the bank would obviously help Barcelona massively financially. But unfortunately, Arsenal fans, Barcelona do not want the 55 million pounds that they spent at Leeds United about 6 months ago. They want almost double the money. Mad Hands Chelsea gave Mudryk 8-year contract as it cancels out financial fair play, apparently. Well, you're spreading something over a number of years, isn't it? Like his contract, for example. Yeah, you're spreading things out. Same as the Monaco centre-back Badiashile, 7.5-year deal. Same as the Santos kid that's just come from Brazil, 8 or 9-year deal, I hear. And anyone else that Chelsea buy this very January. But shouts out to the real ones. UE, Hunt Yumi in the building. Please get a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Now, Yuri Tillemans, could he be on his way to Newcastle? Bruno Guimaraes has gone off injured today for Newcastle. Eddie Howe said he will check the scenario and see how badly injured Bruno is. Danilo has completed his 16, yes, 1-6, not 60, 1-6. His £16 million move to Nottingham Forest, that will be confirmed in the morning. The £16 million 5-year contract. Danilo, the Brazilian, he's in Nottingham. He's cleaning up his deal right now. Mudrak, 8.5-year contract. It's all done to Chelsea, as we know. 8.5-year deal. He's ready to make his debut this week. West Ham have bid 20 million for Taram Moffi. Couldn't tell you too much about this guy, apart from he's playing in France. Dun, dun, dun. Everton have made a bid for Man United winger Anthony Alenga. Sweet, Everton, that's not going to save you. Chelsea are closing in on the PSV winger. How do you say this guy's name? Madakuke. Apparently he's English. Never heard of him in my life. England under 21. Crystal Palace have asked Chelsea to name their price for Conor Gallagher as their spending has gone through the roof. Vieira sees maybe an opportunity to kind of get Conor Gallagher to Crystal Palace on a permanent deal. Tottenham have made an official bid for Pedro Porro. Tottenham, sorry, you need a lot more than Pedro Porro. Barcelona still are waiting for Ruben Neves. They'll see if they can maybe cash in on Rafinha first, laugh out loud. Moise Caicedo has said he wants to quit Brighton as soon as possible and join his boyhood club, Liverpool. Harry Kane is joining Man United, summer deal exclusive. Liverpool have inquired about, obviously, Neves as well, sorry. Neves, we know, has his heart set on Barcelona, but so does a lot of players. And Wan-Bissaka could be on his way back to Crystal Palace. We do need an attacker, bruv. I like Lindstrom from Frankfurt. He's got a £17.5 million buyout clause, that guy. I don't know if £17.5 million would break Arsenal's budget. I don't know if he's exactly what we need. Would I rather go for someone like Trossard closer to home? Possibly. I think I'd rather Wilfred Zaha over both them names, even though Wilfried is 31. That concludes the Premier League news, guys. First win at White Hart Lane in 9 seasons. Wow. Anyway, Arsenal news, 100 million euros. Rafinha. Yep, Barcelona ready to cash in. Mitoma. Yes, Hanyoumi. Agent Hanyoumi has already spotted this guy's talent a couple of weeks ago. Mitoma has being linked to a move to Arsenal. Brighton have got their own problems though. McAllister probably wants to leave soon. Trossard's on his way out. Caicedo, also a midfielder, is pissed off. He wants out to Liverpool. Mitoma, I don't think he's going to be there to kick up a massive fuss. Trossard, do we want him? Arsenal allegedly this evening have been offered the services of Trossard for around the £25 million mark. I think that's probably, if we can't spend the 70 million euros on Mudrak, I think £25 million of the Queen Sterling or the King Sterling is a touch too much for a guy that's a free transfer in a couple of months. Ivan Freshender, his agent is in London. He wants an Arsenal meeting. I think they have had talks with Newcastle already. Juventus have said Dusan Vlahovic is available for 98 million euros. Ha 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 ha, 98 million. Why would Arsenal be linked with players of 98 million euros when we couldn't get Mudrak over the line? I find it hilarious. Arsenal consider a 20 million offer for Trossard. Or should we just wait for the summer? Arsenal would take Dusan on loan, but they're not so sure about the 98 million fee. I fucking bet you're not. Zaha says he is ready and waiting. For what we don't know, I feel that's Arsenal. What do you guys think? But according to his Instagram, he's ready and waiting. Brian offered Trossard to Arsenal. And I think I've covered that one already. Shouts out to Linda just jumping in. Good evening to everyone. Shouts out to all the real ones. Arsenal are victorious in the North London derby. We won 2-0. Momentous occasion for all the fans. I think we'll get Thuram or Torres from Barca. Definitely two signings I don't want, bros. Thuram will be the new Lacazette and piss us off. By this time next year, we'll all be wanting his guts and wanting him out of the club. As for Torres, he'll play well a few games, score a couple of bangers, and then say he's homesick and wants to go home to Barcelona. I'm not sure about neither of them. We badly need party cover. Bros, how important is party? For me, there's three main nominees to be man of the match today. Yes, one was our goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. Shouts out to the Tottenham fan that's about to be banned for life from the shit of Hart Lane. And about to be arrested. He's gonna be nicked by the morning. But yeah, there's a couple of key positions where you do feel if we got an injury, we're bang in trouble. But let's look on the bright side of life. We are fucking 8 points clear. We are 8 points clear of City. I think it's Varane. It very well could be. I said him last night. Don't worry, guys. We will get Varane. I can see a late bid for Ferran Torres coming in. Everything sort of indicates he could be available for around 30 million. Barcelona, even though they don't like losing money and they're not Arsenal out here, they feel they kind of got the harsh side of Man City's deal here. And at £55 million, they're not really happy of what they've received. On the other hand, the £55 million that they spent on Rafinha, they want to almost double that. They want 100 million euros, and they reckon this guy actually is free to join Arsenal Football Club. Talk from Barcelona and Rafinha himself. Apparently, the player has said it's way too early to be talking about a move, and that would be the last thing on his mind is leaving the new camp. So, guys, I think again we can officially close down these. We can officially. Fuck it, I don't even want to empty it anymore. All I want to do is empty the ashtray. I'm nuts, innit? We can officially close down these rumours for Rafinha. We didn't want to do a deal at the exclusive price of 70 million euros for Mudryk again. This one is going to piss me off for quite a long time. It definitely wasn't as bad today waking up to it, but I tell you what, man. Chelsea, you scumbags. Fresenda will come into it right back. This is a signing I would like. I do like this geezer. He's 18. He's having more than a wonderful breakthrough season at Real Valladolid. I'll take him immediately. But again, bruv, squad-wise, we've all loved to Fresenda. He isn't going to be the guy that gets us over a title-winning line. Yeah. This ain't the guy we need to win a title. Would I sign him? Most definitely. Shouts out to Lucas just jumping in. I think we'll address party competition in the summer, bro. I don't think there's anyone available. What party does right now? Moise say though, I'm not saying he's available, but if they could get a deal done in January, Liverpool would. Liverpool like him enough to go and spend over £50 million on him. There's the Southampton talent as well. Levea, he's back from injury, and again, he's going to be back for that second half of the season to start causing a nice little scene in the Premier League. This kid is 18. He comes from the Man City youth setup. He is a never midfielder. I've got my eyes very closely around. He's a really good central midfielder. Courageous, knows how to tackle a guy. But again, honestly, we won't be at the bidding for them kind of midfielders. Possibly Tillemans, yes. Moise Caicedo, Declan Rice, nah. Both of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they both go Chelsea, but I'm sure Liverpool Football Club will have something to say about it. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Cedric off to Fulham. Not so sure, bros. Apparently he's priced himself out of it. But again, I haven't looked at it in the last 24, 48 hours, so I couldn't really give a damn. Come on, you Gunners. Evening. I really hope we beat United. That game is now extraordinarily huge. If Man United were to go away to Crystal Palace, and just looking at the recent form, Palace again are in that kind of same fucked up position from last year. They're playing really well and not getting results. Obviously, we know that concern, you know what I mean? One game, 1 point, one change, one goal, and it all changes their season for them. But what I'm trying to say is at the end of this is I can't see Palace beating Man United at Selhurst Park. And Man United, by the time they beat Palace in a couple of days' time, I reckon they're going to be, breathing down both ours and Man City's necks. If they were to come to the Emirates and get a result, they are more than in a title race. Keep a very close eye on Man United. I shall be watching Crystal Palace versus Man U. In fact, I feel to do a watch along for it, just to see how dangerous this Man United team is. Anthony reckons he's ready to explode. He says he's been going through some personal madness. He's bigged up Eric Ten Hag for having his back after his big 88 or whatever, 86, 87 million pound move it was from Ajax in the summer. Anthony says we're about to see the best of him. He's looking forward to a visit in the Emirates Stadium, allegedly. He scored on his debut for Man United, also against Arsenal. Just saying. But guys, Dusan Vlahovic, 98 million. Rafinha, yours for about 92 million English pounds. Arsenal want nothing to do with neither of these deals. Can we agree, unless it's a Depay or a Torres, we're probably already done this window? Real ones on the stream right now. Unless it's a second-rate player like a Torres, or I'm sorry to call you a second-rate player, but that's what I think you are, Ferran Torres, or a Memphis of the summer's name of Depay. Are we already done this window with the huge amounts that we have spent? Zero. Are we done? Hanyumi, are we done? UE, are we done? Now Chelsea are giving him back to Barcelona for free, apparently. Oh, shit, is it? Well, they definitely want him gone. He earns a little bit too much, even for Chelsea's like him, and he isn't a massive part of Potter's plans. If Potter was sacked, though, that could change, bruv. That could change in an instant. Remember, Chelsea are actually looking for a centre forward, the guy that actually just grabs goals. Surely that could be Aubameyang, no? But yep, the word is because he can't play for a third team, so Chelsea can't sort of outright sell him to Bayern Munich, for instance, because he wouldn't be able to play for Bayern Munich because he's already represented two teams this year. I know it was only 8 minutes, but he came on the first day of the season for Barcelona and he played the last 8 minutes. So again, unless it's Barcelona, he actually can't move to no one else. This is why Uber can't leave Chelsea just yet, but Uber will certainly be the first person out of the Chelsea door in the summer. If we're buying Brighton, then I'd go for McAllister as Xhaka competition. See, McAllister's just this moment, just before the World Cup, signed a 3.5-year deal. It's going to be harder. You know what Brighton are like? 50 million Ben White. I don't know. Arsenal have been linked with a guy you like, though, Mitoma, today. But again, he's only been there a year. I think he's a year into a 5-year contract. I think we buy one player. North London is red, guys. Don't forget it. Yo, brother. I want Frankie de Jong. He's sick in the pivot. Barcelona need cash. Barcelona will do it. But see, the thing is, Barcelona will not pay the money that they owe him. And he won't leave until it's paid. So unless that can get cleaned up. What Barcelona actually want is they want the team that buys Frankie de Jong to pay the £8-9 million that they owe him. That's what pissed off Man United that last summer. And that's apparently why Man United just couldn't get it done. When Man United were getting close to the £69 million sterling that Barcelona wanted, then Barcelona hit them with, well, we owe him 8 point something in Corona money. And if you pick that up, the player is all yours. And at that point, Man United decided to say, do you know what, guys? Fuck you and fuck your talent as well. Why not think big? Mikhailo Mudryk has just deflated me, so I don't think big for another about 6 to 12 months, bros. I'll think big in the summer again, bros. I'll start thinking, peekaboo, Bellingham, peekaboo, Declan Rice, and then watch them go to Chelsea. No way. Yeah, Brighton have got their own problems, bros. They'd rather get Trossard out the door first. So Trossard, if anyone's leaving Brighton right now, it's Trossard. And then after that, unfortunately, not that it's their choice, it's because I'm hearing he's already making noises that he wants to go Liverpool. It's Moise Caicedo, their very talented central midfielder. If anyone on this stream wants to tell me you don't think he could be a party replacement or a party competition, don't be silly. Frankie would be sick, you know, most definitely. Even watched him again tonight. I did watch the Real Madrid Barcelona Cup final. Frankie de Jong, yeah, he knows how to pick out a pass. He's more than firmly back in their team. They didn't really want to play him this season. They felt he let them down by not moving to Man United. They wanted the cash badly. He took the brunt of it at the start of the season, lost his place in the Barcelona team, but he's more than gained his place back. His quality is told, whether they've got Busquets, whoever they've got, Gavi's, it don't matter. Do you know what I mean? Kessie, everyone else, they can't play. Frankie de Jong's still there. We know they're ballers, bros, but does Arsenal want these, let's call them generational footballers? Good evening, Azar. What is good? Arsenal are the kings. North London is clearly, as you can see, it's all red. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to myself. Shouts out to Danny AFC TV. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Getting into some the player performances of today. Ramsdale. I'm going to start off with Ramsdale, clearly, the goalkeeper. Let's do the the player stats for today, guys. I haven't done this in quite a while, but this is one I'm certainly looking forward to because this was a game we needed to win. So please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Ramsdale, 9. Absolutely superb. I haven't decided if he's actually my man of the match, but Ramsdale was 9 out of 10 today. Up there with the better performers on the park, the Thomas Parties, the Odegaards, the Sakas, etc. 9, a solid 9 out of 10 for Ramsdale. Ben White, right back, solid 8. Lucky not to get a 9 as well. Unlucky not to get a 9, but an 8 for Ben White. Zinchenko, left back, 7. I'm only going to give him a 7 because he got done a few times by Kluevski, who is a very tricky customer. But his overall play when he comes into the midfield, he's so stylish. I'm not going to rant about Zinchenko. Gabriel Magalhaes, is he back to what we know he can be? I'm going to give him a solid 8. William Saliba, another statement performance, a clean sheet, 8. Simple as. Thomas Partey, some of you be surprised by my rating here. I'm going to give him a 9. He was very quiet in what he done, but he done everything he needed to do gracefully, without no madness, without going into reckless tackles. Could have even added a goal into it. Thomas Partey got a 9. Granite is a very great of Xhaka, 8. Odegaard, Ramsdale settings, 9. Is making that number 10 role his own, not only at Arsenal, but across the Premier League. He's looking like one of the best attacking midfielders out there. He's adding goals to his game, which was mad vital. Could Odegaard be becoming close to the complete footballer? We'll get into that in a little while. On the left-hand side, Martinelli. Wasn't one of his better games. His work ethic is always there. Hanumi kind of said earlier he seems to not be dribbling past his first man anymore or just as sharp. I think he's looking a little tired, a little fatigued. I'm going to give Martinelli a 6. He was, with Nketiah, probably our more disappointing of performers. Saka, 8. Wasn't one of his best games, but the goal got us up and running, and that counts for everything. Eddie Nketiah, 6. Work rate, not bad. But you had 3 or 4 gilt-edged chances, and you flopped every single one of them. As far as substitutes, none of them made a big enough impact for me to even want to give them a rating. Emil Smith-Rowe and Vieira come into the game way too late to even think about it. So there is my ratings. As you can probably see, Partey, Ramsdale, and Odegaard all got 9 out of 10. My man of the match clearly is one of them, or if not, a slice of all 3 of them. Ramsdale made maybe 4 world-class saves, maybe not world-class, but fucking vital class saves in the second half. Some of them maybe you'd expect your goalkeeper to pull off, but you know what? This is the North London derby, and for me, that was a vital performance from Ramsdale. Thomas Partey, again, as much as I love Xhaka wouldn't be doing as much as this Xhaka shit if it wasn't for Partey doing a lot of that cleaning up and mopping up. Something similar to what Gilberto Silva did for many, many seasons in Arsenal's midfield. as I've already admitted on this stream, I never understood the point of Gilberto Silva until he left Arsenal. I think I've realised Thomas Partey's grace and endeavour probably a little bit quicker. What is good? Partey loves an North London derby. Most definitely. Partey is not shy. That's another thing that I rate Thomas Partey for. It doesn't actually seem to matter for him if it's Brighton at home, away, or Barcelona home, away. Partey is a very professional character that goes about a very professional job without having to be the superstar on the pitch, if you know what I mean. Without getting it and bursting past three players, without picking out the through ball. There's a lot of what, again, I only can describe him very much similar to Gilberto Silva, who does his job quietly, quietly and very effectively. Bigging up Hazard. Shouts out to all the real ones, guys. Please, please, please. Could we get some likes on the video? The likes have been getting disgusting recently. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's because it's a transfer window. Or maybe people are just not believing in the word of Danny AOC TV no more. Blasphemous if true. But shouts out to Ty, to Hazard, to Linda, to Hanyumi, to UE, to Akers, to Jumar, to Lumber Camp, to all of the real ones. Shouts out to you all. Shouts out to Luca. Guys, again, I'm going to pick out one or two bits and pieces. Hazard might not have heard it. Rafinha is ready. No, sorry, Rafinha. Barcelona would prefer a summer move, but they did say, and this report is coming out very late before I join the stream, £100 million, Rafinha is yours. That's what's that, 92, 93 million pounds, yeah? Arsenal don't want a bit of that. We couldn't do it for Mudryk. Similar, Dusan Vlahovic, reports are coming out on Sky Italy that he's available for 98 million euros. Again, I make that about 60 million euros more than Arsenal be prepared to pay. Ivan Freshenda, his agents, has called for talks with Arsenal. It seems Arsenal are trying to distance themselves from a deal for the right back of Real Valladolid. I hope this is untrue. I've got a lot of time for this guy. And allegedly, £12 million gets this deal done. Matoma, the Brighton left midfielder, left winger, has been linked with Arsenal. But again, Brighton have got their own dramas. Everyone's got their eyes on McAllister. Trossard's had his little meltdown. You're not going to get Matoma out of Brighton. Not now, anyway. Another guy that could be leaving Brighton, he's made the behind the scenes noises that he adores Liverpool and he sees himself as a Liverpool player. That is Moise Caicedo. So unlucky Brighton, you're going to have a tricky rest of this window, and the summer's going to be a bit shit for you as well, because a lot of your players, this could have been another reason why Harry Potter actually did fuck off. Trossard and McAllister were running out of contracts. McAllister did sign a 3.5-year deal. God bless him before he went to the World Cup. Unbelievable. I bet he probably wishes he hadn't. And Trossard let it run. Trossard has now had a meltdown. Allegedly, Arsenal have been offered the services of Trossard. But would Arsenal do a deal at 25 million? He's a free contract in 5 months. I don't think Arsenal would sanction 25 million. You may as well put, you know what I mean? I always did say it would take 63 million English pounds to get Mykhailo Mudryk to Arsenal. He's joined Chelsea officially for 70 million euros. If you go and look at the add-ons, which could be up to 30 million euros worth of add-ons, they're ridiculous. They have to win Champions League. They have to be predominantly always a top 14, which, yeah, they might do that. But a lot of these add-ons, Chelsea have to be a really successful team. When I say really successful, Chelsea have to be successful as fuck for Shakhtar to get the rest of this 30 million. So Shakhtar have done a deal at around the price I said they would, about 63 million pounds. All this £100 million talk was a touch far-fetched. It's 70 million up front, 70 million euros up front, probably about 63 million pounds. Not that I'm no mathematician. And yeah, and the add-ons, well, they're going to be spread over the next 8.5 years, as UE has already pointed out. Hence why they signed him to an 8.5-year contract. So this other 30 million euros, Chelsea are not going to lose for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. Chelsea have to be double successful. So again, my only point on that rant being, Arsenal could have done the deal for about 63 million pounds, like I always said. Hand on heart, do I think 63 million is too much for Mykhailo Mudryk? No. Is 86 too much for Anthony? Is 89 too much for Sancho? Do you know what I mean? You can get you can get a half decent winger. That I would say Raheem Sterling counts as half decent at 45 mil. Just go and ask Chelsea. That's a half decent winger. It seems these days, if you're on a good winger, you're going 90 million. Rafael Leao, 100 million pounds. Rafinha, 100 million euros. I don't know if Arsenal expect charity or expect a blight from other football clubs. Do you know what I mean? But we're not going to get it, guys. Anyway, let's get on to a much brighter note. The North London derby. I've done my team ratings for today. I still can't choose my man in a match between Ramsdale, Odegaard, and the very magnificent Thomas Partey. If that volley had gone in, then it would have been mad. Yeah, bruvs, it almost shattered the whole post. Rob Holding spinning, the post is still bouncing. Still bouncing. No Ballon no at Chelsea anyways. We will be trying him next season. We'll be trying free him. We'll be trying to free him next season. I don't know, bruvs. I reckon that's done forever now. That will be done forever. If another team wants him, who knows? It could be a Real Madrid or a PSG. If he flops, I'll find it hilarious. Do you know what? The potential's still there for a flop, bruvs. He's played like 30 really good games in his career. I don't care if you're only 21. Wayne Rooney had done that by his 18th birthday. I'm pretty factually sure on that one. So, do you know what I mean? That was a special talent. I don't want to hear about special talent, but I do acknowledge there's a going rate for wingers and really good wingers. Rafael Leao, what's he done in his career? But he's going to cost £100 million. Rafinha, a lot of us bitched about his performances for Brazil at the World Cup, but that is another £100 million player. We're not going to get people cheaper, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm not being doom and gloom on it. I'm just saying stop linking us to Rafinha's. Like Trossard, yes, that's our level. McAllister, not even sure if that's our level. Brighton will pull our pants down. Let's go for Ivan Frashenda. Of course, it was too much, Danny. But look at the other side too. It was 200 grand a week. I don't think he wants. But Chelsea will present you with whatever you want. Aubameyang gets probably 200 grand a week. Chelsea just lavishly look after their players, bruvs. That's not mine or your fault. That's Chelsea. Who are we? Who are we, Hazard, to question how Chelsea pay their players? Which is why we said no. It breaks wage structure and upsets the chemistry. I still don't believe we'd have done this deal 10 days ago. That this Ukrainian kid that was on about 20 grand a week, I don't believe he asked for a 70-80% wage increase. Not a chance. Chelsea done that to blow Arsenal out of the water. They knew he wanted Arsenal. So what do? You double up what Arsenal allegedly have put on the table for him, 100 grand a week, which was a massively good wage for him. Chelsea doubled it. That's now a fucking superb wage for him. Who are we going to get now? Probably fucking no one, bros. My eyes, I see no one. We always say we don't panic buy. We always say we don't buy backup dancers. And we always say that there is a plan at least 6 months to a year before every window. So I take it the plan a year ago is to get Mikhail Mudryk. Meow, meow, meow. I don't really believe that either. All I'm saying is, like Dusan Vlahovic last January, I believe we walked into this window looking at one footballer and one footballer only. Last year, after the whole Dusan Vlahovic saga, we kind of went very quiet and crept into our fucking shells. I have a feeling we'll do the same over the next 3-4 days. The Trossards will be linked. The Zahas will be linked. Rafinha will be mentioned around our name. Barcelona have said, cool, we'd rather wait to the end of the season, but if Arsenal want him right now, £100 million. We ain't going to do a deal for £100 million for Rafinha. Do you know what I mean? Unless there's any jokers out there that's going to tell me Rafinha is better than Mudryk. If you look at his career, yes, he's had a better career. He plays for the Brazil fucking national team. Would you pay £100 million for Rafinha, though? Rice ungettable to the summer. Zaha probably summer, but again, that one is doable in January, in my opinion. Zaha is very doable in January. Declan Rice, no chance. I have been told West Ham are out there as we speak looking for Declan Rice alternatives. They know he's leaving in the summer, so there's going to be a kind of ceasefire. Apart from the striker they're buying for 20 million from France, they won't be doing too much more business this window. They spent a lot of money in the summer, and I'm not saying they're looking to recoup, but they're looking to now just find the targets of what they badly need at the club, and they're going to need a Declan Rice replacement, 100%. Thomas Suchek has done all right for a little while. He'll fall short without Deckers, in my opinion. But that's West Ham. Fuck them. Zaha. Apparently, he's already said on social media or something he's ready and waiting. He didn't say what he's ready and waiting for. Could that be a move to Arsenal? I'm sure he wouldn't even fool himself to think that Arsenal would come calling for him. He's 31. I clearly believe for one reason or another that he doesn't fit the profile. I don't know. I wonder what made Mikhailo Mudryk fit the profile so madly and greatly to make us not want anyone else, but that's what I reckon will happen. If you want the truth, I think Daniel will make a late bid for someone like Ferran Torres. Or we could attempt to get someone on loan with some sort of obligation if they do all right for us and play a significant amount of games. Someone, again, like Ferran Torres. I reckon so. We didn't do it last January. We see the results. If that isn't enough to tell the Kronkers, Edu, Vinay, etc., that something needs to be done, I don't know what is. But then again, the board could be just watching us again, strolling into White Hart Lane today, winning 2-0. No problem. And think, you know what, we've got this. As long as we don't get injuries, we're fine. I don't see the Kronkers mad trying to invest at this. Do you know what I mean? We've got one unbelievable opportunity to win the Premier League here. I don't know. Unless it's something late, innit? It will be late moves, innit? I reckon the next 5 to 6, 7, 8 days, we go very quiet. Linked with no one. Agents trying to offer us players. And Arsenal kind of just not even replying to emails, texts, etc. We're going to go quiet for a little while now. This Mikhailo Mudryk thing has pissed us off. We're going to go quiet. We're going to go bury our head in the shade. Prepare for Man United. And then we'll take it after the Man United game. That's what I reckon. Not as in, if we win, who knows? We probably go to see the rest of January of no one. If we was to lose to Man United, would that be enough to convince us to sign someone? I don't honestly believe so, but who knows? Guys, before we close this beautiful stream and this evening once again, who was your personal man of the match today? Hugo Lloris? Ramsdale? Partey? Odegaard? Any thoughts on Harry Kane to Tottenham? I reckon this one is not done, but this one will start gathering momentum over the next 2-3 months. The talk is going to be fast and hard. Harry Kane to Manchester United. Man United. The word is Man United will easily pay £100 million, but knowing Levy, he'll probably try and squeeze the life out of Man United. Harry Kane, player power. Mudryk, laugh out loud. Let's see what he says about a move to Man United. I reckon he'll be on it. If it was just Zaha, it wouldn't delight me, bruvs. But it would be better than a kick in my dick. I would take it rather than a kick in my dick, yes. I don't know how enthusiastic I sound about it. But rather than a kick in the dick from Arsenal and signing Zilch, I'll take Zaha, yeah. We're top of the league. Shouldn't be that hard to attract talent. Exactly, bro. Well, hence the Mikhailo Mudryk tweets. Look where he is now. Blue is the colour. Chelsea is the team. Some bollocks like that, do you know what I mean? But also 200 grand a week. Reece, man of the match. Absolute world beater, bros. He's lost it, innit? Just literally over the last 12 months, he went from one of the finest goalkeepers in the Premier League to just a really normal guy. Interesting. Guys, to close, Rafinha, Barcelona would be willing to do a deal. £100 million. Mitoma could be a summer target for Arsenal. Also could be a summer target is the Juventus striker, Dusan Vlahovic. £98 million could get that deal done. Trossard, do we want him? Do we need him? Trossard has been offered to Arsenal for £25 million, according to many sources this evening. Zaha on social media says he's ready and waiting. Not sure for what, but interesting. What's this? That was our first win at White Hart Lane in 9 seasons, guys. Bruno Gomes has had an injury scare at Newcastle. A bid for £8 million could be coming up for Yuri Tillemans. Danilo has signed officially for Nottingham Forest for £16 million. Let's see how good this kid really is, yeah? 16 million was way too much for Arsenal. I'm surprised at this. Mudryk, €70 million, 8.5-year contract. Deal done to Chelsea. West Ham are close to signing £20 million Tarem Mofi. He's a striker, plays in League R. I think he's the second or third top scorer out there, possibly behind Balogun and Mbappe. Everton want Elanga, the Man United winger. Chelsea are close to another signing, PSV winger Merkuki. I think he's English, but I don't know. He doesn't sound mad English with a name like that. But anyway, Chelsea are close to another signing, this time from the Eredivisie in Holland. Palace are asking Chelsea the price for Conor Gallagher on a permanent deal. Could Chelsea want to recruit some money? That could be interesting. 20 million. What's that, Trossard? 20 million for Zaha. On from what they defending. I'll pour in it. Hold on. Oh, yeah, 20 minutes. I thought you meant 20 million. No, bros. If we got offered him anything between 8, 9, 10 million, I'd snap it up. Apart from that, I'd wait till the summer and see if we still need or want him. Harry Kane to Man United. This one is going to gain attraction over the next couple of weeks. Trust me. Liverpool will inquire for Ruben Neves if their deal for Moises Caicedo can't go through this window. Liverpool are in the hunt for a central midfielder. And Crystal Palace, as I said, want Conor Gallagher and would love to bring their old right back, Wan-Bissaka, back to South London. A word on the gaffer. He's doing absolutely splendid. What can we say, Azar? We're top of the league. We're 8 points clear. I actually like his... this is something I haven't commented on before. This is the only comment I'm going to give you. I like his touchline antics. I like that jumping around. I like that guy nuts. I like the FA and the PFA and everyone chasing us down saying we're a bad example. Do you know why? It's little things like this that will drive this team on. It is the bad press that will drive this team on. Arsene Wenger done it in his early reign at Arsenal. George Graham done it many years ago at Arsenal. This is the kind of bad press that Arsenal actually enjoy. This is what turns us on. This will make us strive on and carry on climbing this ladder. I'm pretty convinced. And Arteta is very much at the front of that, and he recognises this. Remember, he played for the club, innit? He knows what it was like to be an Arsenal midfielder. He knows some of the press we got, some of the key individuals that have never liked us as a club, as a foundation, just as us. So, yes, Arteta has recognised it. He's jumped on the bandwagon, and he will wind people up. He will get people going on the touchline. He will get in referees' faces. He will get in other managers' faces. That bit I'm liking. That is the media attention. That isn't always great for a football club, but it's that one when the players wake up in the morning and read that we've been naughty again. That fires up the players. It's like a bing. It's like an erection to the thing downstairs, and they want to go bareback somebody. Don't you agree? Sorry to say, Zaha doesn't have the pressing capabilities to fit into the system. Not for me. No, definitely not. Again, if you was to be just flinging this geezer on for the last 20 minutes, if Zaha or Saka weren't doing too well, though, I reckon he's just that kind of motherfucker that could nick you a penalty or anything there and a nice little free kick and kind of be vital. He's definitely got a goal in him. But these are some of the reasons probably why we never ever signed him, even when Emery wanted him. And yeah, so I don't know. He's 31 as well. He ain't going to be getting up and down like the wing, like a left back as well, and a left winger. But if you're saying that, Yuri, there's nothing to suggest a Trossard could do that for me either. These players are technically good. Are they 100% workhorses? Probably not. Similar for Trossard, he'll get found out at a bigger club, innit? Because at Brighton, he gets away with shying away in some games and then looking like a genius in other games. In Trossard, I don't trust. I think he's a decent footballer. Not that was your question, Yui. Yui, you're right. Legoman will like that. But he's not a starter coming off the bench. Zaha can win us free kicks, penalties, and score goals. Most definitely. I totally agree, Has. But is he worth 10, 12 million pounds and you can do it for free in the summer? If Legoman will sign a player with a view of bringing him in for the last 20 minutes, for fuck's sake, this ain't Football Manager. Very true. Do you know what? I like that. It's very true. Even though I did agree with Hazard on it, it's very true. No manager worth their fucking balls is going to sign a player thinking about the last 20 minutes. You're thinking of this guy as a long-term asset to your team. Zaha ain't that no more. He's 31, isn't it? Short term, I still think he could have a blinding 2-3 seasons at Arsenal. It's a tough one to answer. He could have 2-3 really good seasons at Arsenal, but then that would be it. Danny is surely greater than the touchline. Do you hold on? What? Danny is surely greater than the touchline. Do you agree? These players are playing mad for Arteta. Yes, most definitely. And everything that has is we've got a really small squad, Brubs, and he's got his small squad subscribing to him. We need to add a couple of bits of talents to this. But to answer your question, absolutely, yes. What do you want me to say? Torres from Barca. Lego Man likes him when he passes. Rafinha, who also presses. They have to press. Zaha's 30 years old. Again, though, Rafinha, we wouldn't sign at £100 million. Torres, if we could nick him for £30 million, and because he's got that Man City XCV about him and Pep Guardiola, who actually knows? It could happen. As I did say at the end of last night's stream, don't worry, guys. We will get Torres to close on my very depressed and upset stream regarding Mikhail Mudryk, obviously. Do you think Trossard is going to... Absolutely not. Hazard, do you understand what I'm saying about pressing? What are you on about? Yeah, I get you. Trossard presses. He plays in the Brighton system. For me, he goes missing it. You know what? He does, but he doesn't. I don't know. He's a little fancy Dan. I thought McAllister was a little bit like that just before the World Cup, but I think they're just in a team that they're looking exceptionally good in as well. Like, I don't know, man. They're both very hard players. I don't know. McAllister is the guy I'd have to take, innit? The great Scottish McAllister. Not with his pressing that like UE says, but definitely. I reckon he's got 5, 6, 7 goals in if he comes to Arsenal right now. Most definitely. Between now and the end of the season, he's definitely got goals in him. I'm out. Huey, love you, man. I'm almost out as well. We got 8 minutes left of the stream, guys. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. How's a Huey? Well, go on. I'm using Trossard as an example. I don't think he'll start. I'm not feeling that £100 million. Let's go some more. What happened to that guy? He lost his place when Lucas Paqueta went to Lyon. Lucas Paqueta then stayed for a couple of seasons, then went to West Ham. Now he's back in the team and looking all right again. The problem is he's been missing for the last 18 months, Brubs. But yes, it is the end of his contract and he is back in the team and he is doing okay. For me, Brubs, there's levels out here. He's no way good enough for Black Brubs. He's no way near better than Emil Smith Rowe, putting it like that. And as for Odegaard, like, it's light years between them. And that's me saying that. And would I bring in an Osamoah to piss off Emil Smith Rowe? Not a chance. The geezer's a dickhead. Let him renew his contract in France or go Villa, I don't know, West Ham, Torquay. Brighton, that could be a place for Osamoah. There you go. They're fucking earning Trossard. I think Brighton could be a good place for Osamoah on a free. Zaha could end up at Brighton. They could get harassed into selling Matoma. But guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If you is new, it's been emotional as ever. 53.5 minutes down. It's almost time to close. I'm going to give you a little recap of the day's transfer news. Mikhail Mudryk signed for Chelsea. 70 million euros. I'm not going to say alleged, but I never 30 million, but in very distant add-ons. When I say very distant, Chelsea have to be a massively successful team for Shakhtar to actually receive another penny out of them. They would have to win the league. They have to win the Champions League. It isn't just about they have to turn up and play football. No. And then it's individual awards. If the guy scores so many goals a season, if the guy did win a Ballon d'Or, there's a clause into that in the 30 million euros. That's a guarantee. I'm not just making this up at the top of my head. So this guy has to win Ballon d'Ors, the guy has to win the Champions League, the guy has to win the title for Chelsea. And at this moment, I don't think he's winning the Ballon d'Or. I don't think he's winning the Champions League. And I don't believe they're going to win the title this season or next season. So at this moment, Shakhtar are pretty much done. They've got the 63 million English pounds that I said they would. Congratulations. And I will just clarify, no, Hazard, it wasn't too much. And anyone else that believed it was well too much. It's about 63, 64, 65 million pounds. The add-ons, Ballon d'Or winner, Champions League winner. Arsenal could have afforded that as well if he had won the Ballon d'Or, bros. Arsenal could have afforded them add-ons if we win the Champions League. So don't worry, Chelsea haven't been done as harshly as everyone reckons. They've probably overpaid him a few quid in wages, but there was the interest from Arsenal. They had to do something. Let's not get Asamoah. Potter gets the sack soon. Interesting. I reckon he gets to the end of the season. I don't think... Who could Chelsea bring in right now, manager-wise? I see what you're saying about 20 minutes, but if we pay around 5 to 8 million for Zaha and he's a regular 20 minutes out of goals to the league, I do agree with that. In a certain way, to a certain extent, yes, I do agree with it. But in the long run, Hazard, I don't know, man. Just be ballsy, bruv. You know what? £65 million would have got you Mikhailo Mudryk. And then you could have done all the Ballon d'Or things and, do you know what I mean? All of the incentives you want. Yep. And as I already said as well, Mr. Rafinha has already pretty much made it clear on winning his first trophy of Barcelona tonight. This is my first of many, and I don't want to go back to the Premier League. Fuck Arsenal. So Rafinha doesn't want to go to Arsenal either, guys. There's also that. Even though Barcelona would love to sell him at £100 million and about a 30-40 million euro profit for 5 months' work. Excellent stuff. Guys, we have got 3.5 minutes left. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Trossard allegedly has been offered to Arsenal this evening. I'm not sure if he is the answer. In terms of the way Arsenal play, I think he's a pretty footballer. I don't think he's the guy that brings you to the next level. Moise Caicedo says he wants to quit Brighton ASAP. They're in trouble. Not in trouble. They're playing brilliant football on the field. But behind the scenes, they've got more than one problem going on. Moise Caicedo wants to go Liverpool. Trossard has had his meltdown. McAllister, word is he could be next. But he will give Brighton, apparently, the benefit to the end of the season before he makes his public desire to go and play a Champions League football for a top European club. Juventus, apparently he has his eye on him and he wants Juventus for whichever reason. Crystal Palace want to do business with Man United for Wan-Bissaka. They want to get their former player back on the cheap, and Crystal Palace have asked Chelsea what it will take to get Conor Gallagher there on a permanent basis. Chelsea are close to another signing. Yes, yet another signing. PSV winger Makuka or something. I don't know. Apparently this guy's English. Can't tell you too much about him, apart from he plays for PSV. Danilo is on the verge of joining Nottingham Forest for £16 million. Bruno Gomes has had an injury scare at Newcastle. Tielemans could be on his way for much needed backup up in the northeast. Rafinha has said he doesn't want to join Arsenal or any other Premier League team. He's proud and happy to stay at Barcelona, but Barcelona would be willing to sell him for £100 million. Trossard, has he been linked to Arsenal? Dusan, Arsenal take him alone. Zaha is willing and waiting. I'm not sure what for, though. Guys, on them notes, on them bombshells, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. What a day. Let's close again. The North London derby. I'm going to put my head out and give Ramsdale the man of the match. I thought it should have been maybe Partey. But do you know what, Ramsdale? Even for the little Tottenham prick right at the end trying to give you a little slap, do you know what I mean? You're getting nicked in the morning. I know he's sitting there somewhere right now, either getting bang on it, having a drink, smoking a zoot, thinking, shit, should I say, boys, what do I do? Do I shout myself in? Or do I let him come find me? What am I going to do right now? That's the conversation of his topic this evening. Shouts out to the Tottenham fan that wanted to try and give Ramsdale some little touch. Wanted to touch him behind the goal or something. I don't know what that was about. But an assault charge has been placed and he will be getting a knock on his door. So shout out to that Tottenham fan, innit? Mate, you're banned from Tottenham already. Will Tottenham miss you? But guys, on them notes, Arsenal have made London red yet again. Mikhailo Mudryk, you are a fraud. You are a dick blower. I really hope everything goes wrong for you at Chelsea. I think you're too class. I think you are here to make a statement. And I don't think nothing phases you. I don't think Arsenal fans booing you, you're going to give a fuck. You'll just tell them, yo, I earn 200 grand a week. Fuck y'all. And I still live in London. And Zinchenko is still my friend. What did I lose? What did I lose, y'all? A championship fight for this season, innit? Who says Chelsea won't be in many more Chelsea championship fights than Arsenal over the next coming seasons? Look at the way they are spending money. But on them bombshells, guys, have yourself a beautiful North London winning weekend or the end of the weekend. Do be subscribing if you're new. Please get a massive big like on the video. Guys, it's been emotional. It's been 2 wonderful streams. Arsenal have made North London red. I'm over the moon. My attention now is not with the transfer window. That can fuck itself. I firmly put my brain towards thinking about Man United at home. Osman, not while they're trying to win the league, bros. That could be a summer move, though. Definite summer move, but not while Napoli are trying to win the league, bros. I think they're about 11 points clear, but they're still not going to let their top scorer go. Imagine the fans, imagine the ultras going nuts because they just sold their top scorer when they're on the verge of winning the league. They're winning the Serie A for the first time in how many years? Probably since Maradona, like 86 or something. So, bro, that's a bit silly, that one. That's a silly comment. Maybe in the summer. That's what I mean. Why do you think Man United have only got Vaghorst? Maybe there's a Vaghorst out there for us, isn't it? Because certain serious teams won't do business in unserious circumstances. This is on serious circumstances. Only teams like Chelsea can prosper in such dumb circumstances. Imagine, innit? Imagine being arrested for trying to kick Ramsdale. But guys, it has been beautiful. I'm begging you to get a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I will be back as ever tomorrow to be reporting the daily news and still digesting Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2. What's the last comment? Not going to lie, Weghorst was a great signing. £2.5 million. I think they had to give a little salty to Besiktas as well. So maybe it cost them 3.5, 4 mil in absolute total. If it gets them top 4, wins them a trophy or whatever, I'm sure United fans will see it as money well spent. My only example on that, I'm not saying I wanted Weghorst not for any second of the day. My only example of that was Man United have clearly got their plans on the summer window. Harry Kane incoming. They want a striker. They're not going to just throw money at Dusan, 98 million euros at Dusan Vlahovic, when Dusan Vlahovic is nothing more than a backup dancer. He can't even get in the Serbia team over Mitrovic. Like, drop this Dusan Vlahovic talk. He's a fraud. As for Rafinha, it's way too much money. Guys, it's impossible. It's an impossibility to be talking about people like Rafinha when we can't get a deal for Mykhailo Mudryk over the line. If Arsenal seriously want to buy someone this window, we are looking more at Ferran Torres. We are looking more at Memphis Depay. Like it or not, that is our level, isn't it? Top of the league, 8 points clear. There's clearly levels out here. And if Arsenal and Chelsea bid for a footballer, we have to back out immediately. I still don't understand when we're top of the league, 8 points clear, why that this is. But shit, you got to roll with it. I'm an Arsenal fan. What am I going to do? Just wake up tomorrow and support Chelsea just because they can outmuscle us in every single deal that we ever try and do? No. Do I hate Chelsea more? Yes. Do I hope fucking this geezer breaks his leg immediately as soon as he comes into the Premier League? Yes. Fuck him. Fuck Mykhailo Mudryk. Fuck his career. And fuck his 8.5-year deal as well. But yeah, they're the ones that have got the Ukrainian superstar. £65 million is not too much for Mykhailo Mudryk. So please do not be linking Arsenal with a £100 million move for Rafinha. As I said, Ferran Torres could possibly happen maybe towards the end of the window. Tielemans will ride that out to the summer. I don't think Tielemans is a genuine Arsenal target. El Neni apparently has took a knock today and could be out for the next month. He obviously wasn't in the lineup today. You still don't really see Arsenal buying themselves a central midfielder, unless El Neni has obviously broke his testicle and can't play again for the rest of the fucking year or something. Arsenal won't make a move, guys. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. 6 times, 7 times out of 10, I agree with this. But I think our squad is way too thin. Yes, we could call upon Emil Smith-Rowe and Vieira from the bench today. I love Emil Smith-Rowe. I'm just not so sure anymore. As for Vieira, like, I don't know. He needs to go and drink some nourishment, put on some weight, and chill. Just for a season or so. Go Charlton alone or something. Go and get manned up. Go and beefed up or something. Go and eat some burgers, some kebabs, get some chips on the side. Go see Susan Abla, you know what I mean? Live in the manor for a few months. It will soon sort you out. But on that note, guys, I'm not going to never anymore. North London is red. Arsenal beat Tottenham 2-0. This is all that matters. As long as we keep winning, no one can actually catch us at this moment. We're fucking 8 points clear. Good night, people. See you tomorrow.